Every celebrity has a before fame story, especially being Zimbabwean. It's hardly ever a silver spoon in the mouth kind of story. Most of these Zimbabwean celebrities had it rough while growing up and before they became famous, and the comic pastor is no exception. Hi and welcome to All Things Zimbo. In today's video we are going to look at the comic pastor. His real name is Prosper Ngomashi and he was born on 27 September 1984, meaning he is turning 38 as of 2022. He was born and bred in Epworth, Harare. For his education, he attended Epworth and Makomo Primary School, and for his high school education, he went to Epworth Secondary School. And after writing his O-levels, he passed with 5 subjects, but unfortunately the 5 subjects that he passed could not make up a combination for A-level, so he ended his education at O-level. Since he could not further his education, he decided to seek greener pastures elsewhere, and he went to Botswana where he worked as a cattle herder between 2002 and 2003, but this job was not paying him a lot of money, so he decided to cross the border into South Africa, where he worked as a security guard for a year, but later on came back to Zimbabwe. In between his jobs in South Africa and Zimbabwe, he also worked as a Dhaka boy, but once he came back to Zimbabwe, he also found a job as a security guard at a local security company. In 2008, after the diamond boom at Chiadzwa, he went and worked there, but later on decided to go to South Africa, and he jumped the border and successfully crossed into South Africa, but unfortunately he was arrested in Louis Trichardt and deported back to Zimbabwe after 4 days. Comic Pastor stayed home for 2 years, but later on decided to go back to South Africa once again in 2010, but this time around he had a visa and a passport, so he went to South Africa and got a job as a security guard at a fabric shop, where he was to later on be promoted to a sales and warehouse manager. He worked there for 7 years until 2017 when he quitted in order to pursue comedy. On to how his career began. His career as a comedian began early in primary school, where he used to do skits commenting on the current affairs, and he advanced on to do comedy at church, where he performed at big Sunday conferences and Easter conferences. In an interview, he reviewed how while growing up he never knew about stand-up comedy, and he just thought that what he did were funny sermons, hence the name Comic Pastor, meaning the funny pastor. The comic pastor only got to know about stand-up comedy after attending a workshop called Simuka Comedy. That's when he got the understanding that he could take up comedy as a profession, but it was a long way before he could become famous. From there, he started performing at the monthly Simuka Comedy Nights until he graduated. After graduating into a headline act, he started performing at different venues around Harare, but he was still not famous and only became famous in 2015 after his comic video titled Shamu went viral on Facebook and WhatsApp, but he was still working in South Africa during that time. After his video went viral, the comic pastor was recruited by Pure Box Comedy, which is a comic company that mainly uploads its videos to Facebook. There he worked with the likes of Konyeti and Maggie. From there, the comic pastor became a household name, and he now runs his own comedy empire. On Facebook, he uploads his videos mainly under Bus Stop TV and the Comic Pastor and Associates, and on YouTube, he uploads his videos on his channel called The Comic Pastor. On to his personal life, the comic pastor is a happily married man. He got married in 2017 to his beautiful wife by the name of Nodizisho Ngomashi, and up to date we do not know if the couple has any children, as they have never shared any pictures of children on their social media accounts. Moving along to his net worth, the comic pastor has an estimated net worth of over $60,000, and he makes most of his money through uploading his videos on Facebook and YouTube. He also makes money as a professional MC and also uses his social media influence to endorse businesses. To top it up, the comic pastor is also a musician and released an 8-track album titled Tsambwa in September 2021. To finish off the video, we present to you the controversies surrounding the comic pastor. Number 1, in 2021, after Enzo declared himself the king of Zimbabwean hip-hop, the comic pastor went on to release a diss track titled Haina Mambo, in which he fires missiles at most Zimbabwean hip-hop artists. One of the artists who received the most blows from the diss track is Mudiwa Hood, and Mudiwa Hood took it upon himself to rubbish the song. Unfortunately, this unleashed a short social media war in which the comic pastor continuously released one joke after the other mocking Mudiwa. Number 2, remember the time that Vimba Zimoto once broke the internet with their nude pictures. During that time, the comic pastor also went on to declare that he was the male version of Vimba Zimoto, and he actually pledged that he was going to help Vimba Zimoto propel this kind of art in Zimbabwe, and he said that already there were some nude pictures of him circulating on social media. Number 3, his wife was once blasted by Tatalicious in a Facebook Live. During that Facebook Live, Tatalicious claimed that the comic pastor's wife was jealous of Tatalicious and influenced the comic pastor not to give Tatalicious any comic awards. Funny enough, Tatalicious later on issued a public apology to the comic pastor's wife. That's all we had for you today, Vanavevo. Remember, don't despise the days of humble beginnings. Keep striving and don't give up on your dreams. One day, Shishanakachete. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. See you in the next video.
Oh no. This is the solo beat. Na comicpastor. Arare kishasa. Oya sokoma. Zimbabwe maboko kude. Goma to itangira pano. Tatiti itangira pano. Goma to itangira pano. Tatiti itangira pano.
Goma tava burira. Hanzi tsamwa comic makabirira. Basa marinzo makutsurira. Chitipaye mukombe takamirira. Aligadzira wachisukurudza zvakanyorwa naMwari hazvipikiswe. Vane nharo vaye vazopeta miswe. Tinopinda zvenharo hatingamiswe.
Bamibenga bango bayanke. Babenga biso bayuma. Kotalaga kakana miso. Repose na biso musala. Zamba moni biso balali. Na kiyuma na biso balali. Talaba komiko balali. Talaba komiko lalali. Oya sokoma. Zimbabwe maboko kude. Oya sokoma. Zimbabwe maboko kude. Je m'appelle le général de Solobi. Avec comicpastor, on est ensemble. Hey!
Ingori tutu mudariro. Kutamba wega dzatongo naro. Hatina kumbo kwatinoenda. Kachingopera tobva takapula. Tana dzawada hatikubvunze. Mira kuyedze kuchene kunze.
Tatiti tangira pano. Goma to tangira pano. 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 Voze nanga tango alambaka. Na yoka gana solo. Ekomi tango nanga ya kolamba. Akomiko yoka suwa. Sala ya yo. Na sala yanga. Sala ya yo. Na sala yanga. Sala ya yo. Na sala yanga. Via moto. Koki pete tete. Kozala motema pembe. Zamba pambola kabaye. Tandinoku Roni moyo
Chimfana changu
Ovidi karuru Bebela sena kama
Aligadzira Uchisukurudza Solo gadzira Ovapindurudza
Tatiti tangira pano. Goma to itangira pano. 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 Zamba moni biso balali. Na kiyuma na biso balali. Talaba komiko balali. Talaba komiko lalali. Ya moto koki pete tete.